Hello, hello. Welcome back to our podcast channel. This is Note to Self from Ohlone College. I'm your host today, Andrea, and today we're going to talk about digital wellness. And our topic is how to stop doom scrolling. And I would like to ask who else is in the house today?
Hi, everybody. My name is Jai. I'm a student wellness ambassador, and I am a psychology and political science major.
Hi everyone, my name is Natalia. I'm also an ambassador, and my major is business administration.
Hi everyone, my name is Andrea. I'm the host today, and I'm double majoring in biotech and psychology.
And hi everyone, I'm Valeria. I'm a business major and I'm also an ambassador.
Thank you, everyone. And to open up this episode, I have a check-in questions for everyone. The question is, did you see anything on social media recently that truly shocked or inspired you?
Mm. Oh, I can share. Oh my God. Okay. So like I have been quick background. I have been demotivated about my psychology classes because it's online, which is totally my fault. Like I took it online. But I was so with that there was just a lot of readings and I'm not a really a reader. Like I'm more of a listener. Like I'm
Mm.
more of watching videos and listening to what people would say. But going back, so at that moment, like when I was feeling unmotivated, like I don't know for some reason, I was doom scrolling at TikTok, and then there was suddenly a lot of contents about PsyD. PsyD is a doctorate of occupational therapy. PhD and PsyD are two different things, but it's just contents about being a psychology student, not a like they're getting into their masters and how they got their degrees, how they got to practice mental health, being a mental health therapist. And I that's the route that I would want to go, and also occupational therapy. But
Mm.
like it kind of inspired me to to do my tasks, to lock in for my psychology classes. It kind of bring back my passion and inspired me to do what is due.
Mm.
Natalia.
I'll pass it over to you guys. I'm still thinking of my answer.
Uh-huh.
Do you have something?
You can go first.
I think doom scrolling could go like a couple of ways. It's like all like brain rot that there's that
Mm.
route, or there's like the route where it's like it seems like every single video that you scroll on is something bad happening in the world
Ooh.
or around you in your country in your state,
Mm-hmm.
and that can be like so demotivating and really sad and depressing, honestly. But I think something that it has inspired me, like I
Mm-hmm.
said, seeing how community is always like those problems can be so like they can be shrunk once, like
Mm-hmm.
when I see how community and how humans are able to show up and advocate and fight what like all of this injustice. It's so inspiring and motivating, especially when the only content you're seeing is so negative. It can that leads into like other aspects of my life, like is there a point in like continuing school, like I mean, like
Mm.
all of this stuff, but then I see that there is so much positive in the negative, so
Mm-hmm.
I think that's
Thanks for sharing. I think for me, I noticed that like what you said, like my trends would depends on what kind
yeah,
of content that I like or
yeah.
that I shared or even that I search for.
Mm-hmm.
So like I noticed that my trends like a one period of time, it would pop up like a lot of negative news, of course,
Yeah,
and then it would keep like in the trends and then for a long time, but it would change unless I like search on something that I really interested in or like I intentionally to
yeah.
look for. For example, that I like there's one I think YouTuber or some like creator, content creator. He's a nurse and then he
Mm-hmm.
shared like randomly he's like a he have a like a program thing or and like he wanted to do like he random put a chair and a table in park wherever like the place the city that he live in and then he'll put like a ball on the table. I think some of you might know who the person what I'm saying, and he will like put like a questions in front of the ball and then ask the stranger to share their ideas, and then he will create like videos of like random people sharing that, and then he will put it up and then read through that, and then also give his opinion about that. I think that's kind of like inspired me when I was like maybe feeling down or feeling overwhelmed because of my like maybe academic things or somehow other responsibility. That kind of like remind me like the positive side of like other people's story that I can learn from. Yeah. What about
Valeria's answer actually inspired mine now. Just like, and also yours too, about like how the stuff that you like starts popping up on your feed more. And of course, you all get, I feel like everyone on TikTok gets kind of generic content for some stuff, and then they get also like their niche things.
Yeah.
But for me, it was like the new stuff also. Like I'll be seeing like random news stories pop up, and a lot of it is negative. A good portion is also positive, which I do enjoy, like that part too. But yeah, it's like there's just it just reminds you that there's like a lot of bad stuff happening in the world, and a way to combat that is to stop interacting with it, because the more that I like it or the more that I watch, like it's good to know that these stuff are going on in the world, but the more that I really interact or the more that I spend time watching the content, the more that it comes up in my feed. And then a lot of people use social media as a way to de-stress. So if you're dealing with your own problems, you usually run to social media because it's a way of like coping from escaping reality. But then when you're seeing like all this negative stuff, it's just like the opposite. It has the opposite effect. Like it adds more stress, and you're like, oh God, like this world is really cruel. So it's really about trying to curate content. If you do use social media, curating content that's going to get you in a better mood and thinking positively and stuff.
I like everyone's answer. The reason why I asked that question is because I noticed like recently, since the semester started and I have like a lot of responsibility in my life, and I found out like myself and like at nighttime or like after 12, like around like 1 to 3, that's my like peak time that I would like do scrolling all the time instead of sleeping, which I know it's not good. But I found out myself like constantly doing like for like 1 or 2 weeks, like continuously like doom scrolling, and then the next day I'll be like so tired, and then I need to like force myself to lock in to do a lot of stuff, and then I'm not very confident about the things that I provided is good or not. So yeah, did you feel connected with that, or do you have like any experience that you think it's like similar?
I think something that I wanted to share, like, something that like kind of brushes on what everyone said. I like personally, like I know like I should have like limits on like the kind of content that I see, especially when it's not like positive content. It's like all negative news or something. But I have like this fear of like missing out on like important information I should know about regarding that news, and I like trap myself in that doom scroll of like, okay, I need to be as up to date with everything, even if it's bad. And sometimes it's hard to break out of that like that habit. That's what I wanted to share. Hopefully, this conversation
Yeah.
see it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah, when it comes to doom scrolling, yeah, I do resonate with Valeria's like what Valeria have mentioned, that like the negative stuff that you're seeing, and you feel like there's just a lot of things going on, and it's kind of overwhelming for you,
Yeah.
and you can avoid to not see it, because especially when you're chronically online, like either way, if you have of diverse variety of feed with memes and positive stuff,
Yeah.
at some point you would came across with negative content, negative content, and for me, I would get affected by it, and like, oh, that's especially because right now there's a lot of things happening in my country, like excuse me. There's a lot of things happening in my country, especially with the politics, earthquakes, and it doesn't. It. I feel like I am lacking information. That's why I keep on doom scrolling to learn more and more about it. But like, as I doom scroll, I'm just doom scrolling and not learning about it because it's similar. Everybody has the similar content and not too much information about it. Yeah.
How about you?
Was the question about like the effects of doom scrolling?
Have you ever experienced that?
Oh, experienced doom scrolling? Definitely. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like it's something that we all experience after being on social media for like a good amount of time. You just get into that habit because the For You page is curated to your interests. So the more that you watch, the more that you interact, comment, whatever, or like follow people, it'll recommend you based on those interests. Like this is a common thing that we all know. Like this is common knowledge. Yet like that's how they get you in a way. Like that's how it's so addicting because like I said before, usually people use social media as a way to escape reality and escape their problems. So they'll run to social media and they'll be consuming this content that is curated for you, and it just gets you in this endless loop of just you keep scrolling. And the way that it's created is also, or like the formatting is so that you keep scrolling too. Like for some things, I don't know if this is necessarily for like TikTok, but sometimes like it won't show you the time for certain apps.
Yeah.
So that's also like something that's bad because you're not aware of like the time.
You mean that there's not like a clock
Limit.
on it?
Yeah.
Oh, true.
I'm gonna look out for that because I don't think I've noticed that.
Yeah. I think it's interesting to see, like, to hear, like, everybody have that experience because I thought only me have, like, doom scrolling experience. But I'm curious, like, everyone has it, but what kind of apps or what kind of platform that you most, like, addicted or, like, scrolling? I
Oh,
can go first. Or do you want to go first?
you want to?
I
Yeah,
can.
you
Okay,
can
I
go
can.
first.
I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm ready.
go first.
I think mine definitely Instagram and also YouTube because I love watching people doing stuff. And I was like,
Oh my
cooking in
God.
the background. I was like doing mine,
Oh.
but in a way that sometimes I'll
Addicting.
experience like continuously, and then looking for like a specific topic, and then there's no stop. And I was just like the whole day like looking, and then wow, and
Being
then like hours
mesmerized.
pass. I didn't do anything, and like my task. That's kind of mine.
Yeah.
What are yours?
I will reflect on Andrea, like, cause there's some people does that, like they put a video on their background and they study, but sometimes they don't really study because they're just watching.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some people works that for them, but some people really don't. You're just in doom scroll. But for me, I would say I spend most of the time on Instagram, and on TikTok. Like especially I used to be spending my time on YouTube, but right now no, because I feel like YouTube or I kind of get bored when watching YouTube now. Like unless they're like talking or like I used to watch a lot of A Day in My Life, but now like I just go to TikTok and do that, and like I would just like look up for I'm not actually looking up for something. Like I'm just studying, and then at some point I would get tired. Okay, let me take a 5 minute break. You know the Pomodoro technique. Like you're studying for a 45 minute, and then you're going to have a break for 10 minutes. Oh, that is not a 10 minute break. That is an hour long break of doom scrolling. Just because you're like. I don't want to get back to reality. Like when you're what I feel like when I'm doom scrolling, I'm just in an realistic world where I can get to see people's lives and learn about stuff because like you can literally learn a lot of stuff in social media. Yeah.
I wanted to touch up like on Jai. Like I used to be like an avid YouTube watcher who loves like super long videos, but now it's like I think it's the word like being stimulated, like, and that's what you get from like really short videos like TikTok, Instagram, because it's like okay once like that 30-second video is up, it's like okay you can scroll to the next one, and it's a short time, and I think it also like touches on our attention span. It's like no, I feel like sometimes in like long videos that I watch because I think TikTok has like you can make like 10-minute videos an hour like, videos now, and sometimes in the you can do that. So like some people like okay
TikTok?
off topic like some people will like repost like or upload
Random stuff.
movies, like whole
Yeah.
movies. I'm like,
Oh
what?
yeah, like part 1, part 2, part 3,
Yeah.
part
No,
4.
but like I've seen like whole movies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I never
That's,
encountered that.
that's off topic, but like
Mm-hmm.
on like the really like more longer videos I seen like what's it called, the comment section, people talking about you fix my attention span kind of deal, like I don't know, like, and that like speaks so much, like people can't just like sit down for like even a minute to like watch a video unless it's like, I don't know, it really catches their attention because they're so like they need to be stimulated constantly.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, my apps are TikTok and Instagram. It depends on the mood. Like I feel like those two, like my what's it called? My algorithm.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
If they're so different, like Instagram is definitely like full of brain rot. Full like that's just like I want to be happy for like a couple minutes, and then TikTok is more like just like self care, like
I
more...
need my life.
exactly.
Interesting.
I'd say also TikTok and
Yeah.
Instagram because of the short length of the videos. Like you said, it's very stimulating, and then you're just watching one, and then you're so tempted to go to the next because it's so short. And yeah, like for Instagram, I feel like the content that it shows you is very generic, but it's also so much more funnier. I don't know if you guys face that too, but like TikTok, it'll be more about your interest, and then when you go on Instagram, it's just everything is so funny.
Yeah.
It's so much more funnier to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm on there so long, because like the content is just way better. Yeah. But it's definitely bad. And I also experienced the situation where like you're studying for a while and then I'm like, okay, like my time's up, I'm gonna take a little break. And that break is supposed to be 5 minutes, and then it turns to like 10 minutes, and then it turns into like an hour eventually. And that's a really bad cycle because like I'll even go from like TikTok and then I'll close the app and then I'll go to Instagram.
Yes.
It's like the worst thing to do.
Yeah.
And then the cycle just continues. And then I sometimes, like, especially when I'm staying home and I don't have classes, like tomorrow I don't have classes, I end up in that like cycle more because I'm at home, I'm relaxing, and I'm doing my work at home. So I have more of like, I don't know, the motivation. I don't know if that's the right word. I guess the tendency to scroll more because I'm not in that productive mindset.
Like just to add on to Natalia, like I'll definitely get stuck in that, and it's so like, and then once it's like it reaches the evening, like it's getting dark outside, and I'm like, I really wasted a whole day doing nothing, and then I'm like stuck in like, what am I doing? Like I could have put my phone away hours ago, and but I like in the moment I feel like I really just can't, like I feel like I lose power or control, like my own control over my actions.
Yeah.
And then I'm stuck. So
Adding?
it's definitely like a learning process of like being able to have discipline.
You're like,
It's like, so easy. It's like the next video.
Adding to what Valeria said, like I sometimes gaslight myself, like, oh, you deserve this doom scroll. You've been working hard for the past week, and then realizing it. Oh, I've been doom scrolling for like 6 hours straight, or like not even 6, but like 3 to 4 hours straight. Like, what have I done? You know. But we should definitely get Andrea to do TikTok.
No.
You don't have
I'm like,
TikTok?
no, I don't have
Okay,
to.
that's good.
Not
Keep it that way.
We're saving you. Please.
Wait,
Thank
but
you.
YouTube has reels now.
Oh, YouTube.
I mean, that's like different.
Yeah.
That when you guys are talking about TikTok, I was like, I feel old. Like because
Oh, yeah,
they're like, hey,
there's that joke of like YouTube being like 6 months behind on like all the current trends.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Which leads to my curiosity questions, which is think about like the reason why, because I'm like everyone has that experience, right? Exposed to social media and then like a lot of things like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I want to ask everyone like why did you start doing that? Like why did you start using that social media, and then why did you start having that kind of behavior?
I could go.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know if everybody relates, but I feel like everybody relates when it comes to TikTok that we all started because of the pandemic.
Oh.
Like I personally started because of the pandemic. Like, but prior to that, like people would be constantly.
This should be in the core. This should be in the core.
There's never a dull moment with Jaya, right?
Yes.
There's like it's always something good.
That I didn't expect.
Oh my god. Okay.
Okay, so like I would be constantly on TikTok, and but in in the past, people have been using TikTok, but I
Mhm.
became more aware of it. Probably like pandemic happened March, probably like around February, people started to use TikTok. But
Mhm.
yeah, my friends was actually the one who influenced me to use TikTok,
Mhm.
because they would like dance TikTok trends inside a classroom. I would like, what are you guys doing? Where are you getting this content and stuff? And then, oh, there's a TikTok app. Yeah. And
Mhm.
when it comes to Instagram, I started using it when I was in high school because everybody has their Instagram. I was like, what is going
Mhm.
on in Instagram? I'm like, okay. And when it comes to behavior,
Mhm.
just tying back with what I've said earlier, like,
Mhm.
I feel like I have adopted that behavior because TikTok and Instagram or whichever platform I'm in, I feel like I'm in a different world. I'm in a different
Mhm.
reality that I don't have to face my own reality or
Mhm.
my own deadlines or whatever I'm feeling that day. It's just me scrolling and seeing what everybody's up to, being on trend with what is currently happening to the world, you know?
Mhm.
Like I consume like time because of being in a
Mhm.
content where I don't have to see my own reality.
Mm.
I can share. So for
Mhm.
me, the reason what or the reason why I downloaded social media in the first place was definitely the peer pressure
Mhm.
and the FOMO. So
Mhm.
I honestly I didn't even have a phone until middle school, and it was passed down to me. It was like the old broken phone. Like it was literally cracked. It was so
Mhm.
bad. So I didn't have social media at that time. But
Mhm.
then I think this was during the pandemic, maybe like May or something of 2020. I decided to download Instagram, and because like everyone has it, and it was like a way to stay connected, especially during the
Mhm.
pandemic. And like I was so bored out of my mind too, so I needed like
Yeah.
something to,
Stimulate.
stimulate me. Yeah,
Mhm.
something or like content to consume, and YouTube just wasn't
Mhm.
cutting it. Or I think I might have still been on YouTube. I don't know, but
Mhm.
yeah, I downloaded it for that reason. And something that keeps me, I guess, doom scrolling or that really addicted me is just staying in the loop of things, because especially now, like there's so many trends or so many like brain rot whatever like memes that people always reference. Like now it's so crazy, like the
Mhm.
social media stuff is now being integrated into real life. Like it's
Mhm.
always been like real
Mhm.
life integrated into social media,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
now it's like the opposite, and stuff that you see on social media is coming into the real world, and people are
Mm.
always referencing things, and it makes me feel like I have to kind of stay on top of the trends, or like someone will say like, "Oh, like did you see this?" And I'll be like, "No," like I and they're like, "Oh, I'm so brain rotted, whatever." And then
Mm.
even though it's like a bad thing to do that, like I also feel like, "Oh, like I'm missing out on something."
Oh, being left out.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Interesting. I think I can share mine,
Mhm.
but I think it's, um, I don't want to use that word like my generation, but obviously, yes, because in when I was young, okay, it feels awkward, but I'm in a generation like people use Facebook the most and
Mhm.
then transition into Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So at that time, like, I didn't feel like very attached to Facebook because I rarely use it. But the reason why I use social media, like for Instagram, is because I want to, like, at first, I want to record myself, like, record my life, like, maybe have like a memory board somehow.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you can go back and then, oh,
Yeah.
really me. But yeah, and then, like, when the time grows and then when I have like peer pressure, of course, and then I will have a pressure that feel like I need to post something to
Mhm.
keep active and like being actively on internet and then
Yeah.
like feeling belonging to people around you, then you won't like feeling left behind and like you don't know anything about that, and it feels sucks when you don't like feel fit in and you would be like, oh, I'm so awkward. Oh, is there a problem for me like somehow?
Mhm.
And then yeah, but right now I feel like more confident of controlling myself, like what kind of topics I want to learn for or what kind of things I want to post, because like internet is kind of like, for me it's weird somehow, like when you post something you don't really have the control of it. For example, if you post some like picture, it might go through a lot of strangers' friends that you don't even know if you're like open account, right? And
Yeah.
that's kind of like a privacy concern for me. And also somehow like for me as I grow up, I want to delete it, but it's not deleted. It's like stays in somehow somewhere you don't know you can find it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like creepy if you
Yeah.
think deeply.
Yeah,
But yeah.
Because
definitely.
people can screenshot, record.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
have to,
there's theft identities, and like especially in Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
like cause in my country, like Facebook is more used than Instagram.
Mm.
So like people would have hackers or stole their picture or cover photo and create another account, and then they would ask money for people they know.
Mm.
That's kind of sketchy.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, I don't know. I remember. Okay, well, YouTube has always been my go-to, like growing up. But then I did like a whole like cleanse. Like I deleted all social media,
Mm-hmm.
like anything that could be like just like distract me. But also I was like going through like a rough time mentally, so like being away from my phone was my solution.
Mm-hmm.
And then the pandemic happened,
Mm.
and I was like I was craving like
Interaction.
social interaction from people who
Oh.
weren't already in my house.
Uh-huh.
Just like also pandemic was really, I feel like it was dark for everybody.
Mm.
But I missed that like connection with other humans and like having shared interests. And I got all of that from school. So not
Mm-hmm.
being at school in person. I'm also a person who like loves like in person interaction rather than like over
Okay.
yeah online, but like we were in the pandemic, and so I downloaded TikTok and I found so many communities and shared interests. And I think what was so beautiful was like how the whole world really came together
Mm.
through this shared experience that everyone was going through, sharing like hacks, sharing like days in my life, like some days are better than others and some days are not, and like those like how those people were able to get through, like because there was a lot of so much negative that happened during the COVID pandemic. Like lots of people lost family members, you know, and they shared how they got through that. It was just a very shared experience. So, but
Mm.
that's definitely how I got stuck in.
Mm. Yeah, that's interesting. I think like a lot of people, like even like the audience who's listening and watching this episode might feel the same way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's like very common for like not only just like people here, but also like I think internationally who ever,
Yeah.
encounter that and who use that kind of thing. So yeah, thanks for sharing everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think like we have like a common um ideas about like we don't want like doom scrolling
Yeah.
anymore, right? Or like somehow shorten the period. Like I think my questions would be like what kind of things that you would like to do or what kind of activities you would want to try instead of like doom scrolling.
Mm. I think for me, well, it definitely depends. Like, in respect to like other people's time, it's like more in person interaction, just like
Mm-hmm.
even just conversations. Or honestly, I really enjoy just like even if we're like sitting down and sitting and not even talking, just like being around people that you really like enjoy spending time with.
Mm-hmm.
Or also doing more physical activity, like going to the gym, exercising, taking more walks, just like on just not being on your phone at all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think exercise is probably the best.
Yeah.
Me personally, I love going on hikes, especially, I mean, any time of day, but like sunset or golden hour. It's just so nice. I know it's like a safety issue to not bring your phone,
Oh.
but if you can, then that would be best.
Yeah.
But I feel like just being in the outdoors, you feel more inclined to really appreciate nature
Yeah.
rather
Mm.
than just, doom scrolling on your phone. And like I'm trying to think what else. Baking's also like a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I really like to bake and cook and stuff, so that's a great way for me. Although if you are using like recipes online, that could technically be
Yeah.
still.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I feel like you're so busy trying
You're
to
like intentional
Yeah.
speaking the
Yeah, so it's not
information.
like you're doom scrolling. It's not the same effect of like just being on your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are some activities that I really like to do. But do you guys have any hobbies?
We have said this like so many times.
Oh, oh, you mean like crochet?
Not really. Okay, crochet, but also other crafts. Like I know
Mm.
a lot of people um do scrapbooking or like kind of like
Mhm.
journaling what their day looks like, and kind of because when you do those kinds of crafting, you
Mm.
don't really need a phone to craft because you can
Yeah.
literally create
Mhm.
craft by yourself unless you're watching a YouTube video, you know.
Mhm.
But you can do a lot of crafts without even using your phone, like coloring. I've been recently getting into like coloring. I've been buying this like coloring book pages, and then I bought like color pencils and kind of like color in um color in the cozy pictures because I love those kinds of stuff. Also, yeah, I do agree with like talking to interacting with people with in person to kind of course when you're talking to a person in person, you know, your focus is on that person and not on your phone,
Mhm.
you know. So yeah, how about you?
I think me, um, as I mentioned, like I have like noticed myself like doom scrolling for a period. What I do is like I go to like Home Depot and I buy seeds, like randomly, like pick whatever
Oh.
I want, like California puppy, like the orange one, and I just like let me try do something that costs time, maybe like cost money because you need to like fertilize somehow,
Yeah.
and then I would just like I have an idea like plant something, and
Mm.
then because planting is not easily like you plant it and then overnight it poof,
Right.
like a flower
Yeah.
there. So it like needs your time, needs your attention, and needs your to be like very conscious about like the environment that the plant's having, and also the frequency you're watering them. And also I usually like I don't know, it's like sounds creepy for people, but I talk to them. Like I was like, oh, you look so
Yeah.
pretty. Look at you.
I've heard
Oh,
something about that, like that actually
yeah.
help.
Mm-hmm.
Or like putting music near them.
Yeah.
Really?
So
Yeah.
what I
Really?
yeah.
I
I've
never
Yeah.
heard
know
many
about
people.
music.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
what
know
I
the
do,
talking.
yeah, what I do, I was like, yeah, so because I'm excited. Like what I do is like during like weekends,
Mhm.
because the first time there would be like seeds only, right?
Yeah.
It's just like nothing. But day by day, I was like weekends, I will pull out my chairs and then have one books that I want to read that time, and I would just sit beside it and then like read it, and then under the sun, you would be like, ah, so good, what a
Oh.
life, and then
That sounds so
talking.
relaxing.
Yeah, that's kind of like my thing, my approach. I think I want everyone to think one strategy to how intentionally like break the link between you and social media. For example, like limited timing maybe, or like delete the apps.
Mm.
Because what we are talking about, like hobbies that needs time to build up, right?
Yeah.
What are the strategies that you think can like instantly do, and then doing like a hard break?
Mm.
I think maybe like creating challenges for yourself.
Ooh.
In my English class of
Mm-hmm.
senior year, we actually had this whole topic or like a segment, whatever it's called, a
Mm-hmm.
course, I guess, where we talked about like kind of digital wellness, and it was
Mm-hmm.
also tied to like misinformation. I
Yeah.
think that's what it was called. But
Mm-hmm.
we were just talking about like social media and like our relationship to it. And for that assignment, we had to pick a certain challenge. So I think we had like two options. And
Mm-hmm.
the first day, it was just something super easy. It was like, don't
Mm-hmm.
walk while looking on your, or don't look at your phone while walking. So that could be like the
Mm.
first step you do, because sometimes people do that, especially if you're like in a new environment, or like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, if you're like anxious or something. I tend to sometimes do that too. So that could be the first step. And then you can build it up to like spend, I don't know, 15 less minutes on your phone on like this app, or don't go on this specific app today, but you can go on other apps. So whichever one's consuming the most of your time,
Mm-hmm.
try to eliminate that for one day, and then see how you feel, and then you can keep building it up. And then also another good tip is, especially if you're studying or you're trying to like focus or lock in on something,
Mm-hmm.
hide your phone. So put it somewhere where it's like across the room,
Mm-hmm.
or if you have like a family member or a friend, have them guard your phone,
Yeah.
and then just tell them like, okay, I can't go on my phone until like this time.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's like a good habit, because then you're not going to be doom scrolling because it's away from you. So like out of sight, out of mind.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's good.
You know what? Like what I like what with Natalia said, like putting
Mm-hmm.
away your phone, like because I am one of the person who constantly loses her phone at home.
Mm-hmm.
So when I can't find my phone, I just study.
Mm.
So I have to lose my phone first before I do something.
Okay.
But like,
That's
and I eventually find it. So
okay.
yeah, but what I do is I would put my phone on D&D
Mm.
Do
or
not disturb.
yeah, D&D. I'm not really
Yeah,
a
just enjoy.
big fan of deleting apps because
Ooh.
I'm like afraid that I might delete something that I wouldn't remember of. Like,
Mm.
well, I keep my passwords on my phone, like stuff, but like let's say Instagram or TikTok, like I may not have, it might not be similar as the one that I deleted, and it's like kind of a
Mm-hmm.
hassle for me, like deleting stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But what I would do is I put my phone on D&D, my iPad on D&D, my laptop on D&D, so there's no notification, because I have notification, there's a lot of I want to open my phone. So that's it
Mm.
for me.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, definitely Natalia brought up some really good ones. I've definitely given my brother my phone or left my phone in the kitchen,
Mm-hmm.
just so it's not in reach. And then what else? I feel like saying to put timers on apps because I know you could do that now, but like
Oh
for
yeah.
me, it's been so easy to just put in the password and just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
But definitely, I think one that's helped me is definitely giving someone else my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm trying to think. I really like the challenges idea, like even just like going on a walk or like walking to your car without looking at your phone. Those are really good challenges that you can build up to, and even like sometimes not even feel the need to check your phone.
Mm-hmm.
As time goes on.
Mhm.
Mm, that's interesting. Okay, to be honest, like catering back to the challenging stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I started my like small projects, which is called like Project 50, which means
Ooh.
like I intentionally don't want me to put more time on social media. The reason why I started this one, like I can like share a little bit about that. Like the
Mm-hmm.
project is kind of like Project 50 is like you listed like 1 to 7, like what are the habits you want to build on or what are the things that you want to work on. For example,
Mm-hmm.
for me, I want to like build up my confidence and also face the things that scares me the most, or like recording my maybe diaries on my internships, like what happened, like somehow like build on like 1 to 7, maybe somehow like you
Mm-hmm.
can list it out. And then for Project 50, it means like you need to last it or maintain it for 50 days, which means you can consistently doing that. Or you
Mhm.
can post it on, if you don't want to post it on social media, you can just have a diaries and then record it day by day so that it
Mm-hmm.
can let you being less timing to expose on social media or the things that you like maybe doom scrolling somehow like that. Yeah, that's kind of my approach. Yep. I think that's really interesting to hear everyone's experience and also
Yeah.
the way how you wanted to approach. I
Mm-hmm.
think before we end this episode, I want to give everyone a chance to share one thing that you want to encourage the audience and the viewers to do in their free time in in case that they're like having this experience of doom scrolling.
Can go first. I
Yeah.
think something important to just like know from the start is that it's gonna take time, especially if you like it's a really bad addiction.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for any addiction, it definitely takes a lot of patience and time, and
Mm-hmm.
to not get discouraged if you do. I don't want to say relapse, but like
Mm-hmm.
if you get back into that what's it called,
Cycle.
that cycle, like you like everyone is gonna make mistakes. Everyone's gonna have setbacks, right? Setbacks.
Yes.
But as long as you're putting in the effort to get back on track, then everything's
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm. How about you guys?
Yeah. I would say that do it slowly, like
Mm-hmm.
do it slowly by slowly. Can I
Mm.
relate it
Step
to
by step.
step by step? Like your challenges and what Natalia said, like her challenges in English. Those little steps, like once your body gets used to those things, it would follow back on the years
Yeah.
of your life. Like for example, with Andrea's Project 50, like she would constantly list 7 items and do it from day 1 to 50,
Yeah.
but you're not actually doing it from just until day 50.
Mhm.
You never know you're doing it until day 100,000,
Yeah.
and the end, until the
Huh?
end of eternity, you know.
Uh-huh.
So it's like that, like you create small things for yourself, and your body kind of just flows with it.
Mm. Right.
I'd say, yeah, definitely the challenges. So start very small, like very, very small.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
the don't walk with your phone, don't be
Mm-hmm.
looking at it.
Mhm.
Don't take your phone into like the bathroom or
Oh my
something,
god,
because
yeah.
that's definitely
Yes.
something I struggle with. It's just so bad. Like it's
Yeah.
so weird saying it like out loud, but yeah, that's how it also gets me in the loop. That's how I start doom scrolling too.
Yeah.
Like figuring out
Mm-hmm.
ways or what's really causing you to doom scroll,
Mm-hmm.
or what type of environment you start doom scrolling. Like for me, it's
Mm-hmm.
when I'm at my house.
Yeah.
And that's also when I am least productive. So maybe that means go to the library and don't take your phone and just take your laptop. And
Mm-hmm.
I know some features they have like the communication, like you could still get the text messages
Mm-hmm.
through your laptop, so you're still,
Mm.
you have that like form of contact,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't
Yeah.
have the TikTok or like Instagram
Yeah.
or something. So it's not easily accessible. So that's also a great method, is
Mm-hmm.
to don't create or don't or stop the cycle of what causes you to doom scroll. Like
Mm-hmm.
reduce it as much as you can.
Mm, I like
I
that.
really like as uncomfortable as it can be. It's like where you associate like doom scrolling with, like,
Mm.
don't like start like not taking it into the bathroom, not taking it. Like for me, I catch myself doom scrolling in my car because it's so comfortable in there,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, I'm just gonna watch a couple, and then I'll head inside my house. So I
Mm-hmm.
guess for me, it would be stop using my phone in the car.
Mm.
But I really like that.
Mm-hmm. I think mine definitely encourage everyone to start your project. Not you.
Mm.
You don't need to like 50. You can like project 10,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then you can start like one habit,
Yeah.
just one. Like stop using phone for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That would be like a cool start, and maybe you can build on something that you didn't expected you will gain,
Yeah.
and then you can also share your projects to other people. Then you can get inspired by them. Yeah.
I think something really quick to add
Mm-hmm.
is, um, some people can set challenges but not stick to them. I
Mm-hmm.
think something that we could also add is like having an incentive or like a reward for
Mm-hmm.
being able to complete those challenges. Like maybe you can go to your favorite ice cream shop, or have a treat for yourself. I
Mm-hmm.
think just so people can. I know for me that would help a lot. Like, oh, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
eat like a Hershey's Kiss just because I didn't spend like over 2 hours on my phone.
Yeah, definitely. So try it out. And we'll see you in next episode. Bye.
Bye.